Hello all, welcome back to our new video tutorial on editing an existing tax registration under the Dhareeba. So as usual, we insert our smart card, enter our PIN. We assume that we have already an existing tax registration. We have already completed everything. So as you know, the business may change. There are certain information on our business that would have changed. For example, our paid up capital would have increased. Initially, maybe our paid up capital would have been 10,000 riyal. Now, for certain reasons, we would have increased that. Our email ID, mobile, or any of this information could have changed. So let's see the process in which we change this information. So as usual, our company is there. As you can see that it already has a TIN number. Let's go to my profile amendment. We amend the registration. So let's start now. You just go to the specific area where you need to change. It's a very straightforward process. So for example, let's go change the PO box, our post box. Assume that our post box has changed, and also assume there is a slight change. We shifted from one room to another room in our location. So it's very easy. Just go down to that specific area, just edit it as though you're editing anything on the Word document. We assume nothing else has changed, everything else remains the same, the profit share and all our information remains the same. Let's add our authorized person as the manager, and let's try editing his number just and adds another number, probably another contact number. It's very easy. As you can see, it's just like working on any other editor. We enter the same mobile number and continue. Everything else remains the same. We have almost reached the end of our editing. Let's increase the paid up capital by 50,000, and everything else is no. We don't have any excise duty activity or any other activity. Now we have reached the stage of reviewing. Everything else is remaining the same. On the red, you can see the edits we have done. We have added manager. We have increased our paid up capital to 250. Earlier it was 200,000. We complete the declaration, and you can see that you have successfully completed the edit with the date of the edit. Let's look at my certificate. The certificate has already been edited, but the TIN number has not changed because there is all the information relating to the TIN. There is no major impact on this, so the TIN, as you can see, has remained the same. With this, we complete the editing. As you can see how easy it is. I want to quickly take you through a process in which we register through a third party. In our earlier video, we discussed how to do a self-registration. This is when you carry out your complete registration process. This is the best method for registration, as you would have all the information relating to your company. We assume that for some reason you want to do it through your tax representative, which is your auditor, or through a member of your team. So the option is available when you do the registration. Let's continue with this process. Let's select registration through a third party. I also wanted to share with you few technical information. As you can see now on your screen, that there is a register other taxpayer. So these are for special entities that are registered in Qatar Free Zone or Qatar QSTP, Qatar Science and Technology Park, that are outside the Ministry of Business and Trade registration process. Now, as you can see, we select an entity where we need to do a registration. Let's select register through a taxpayer representative. In here, what you're doing is you're basically going to appoint your tax representative, which is an audit firm. This is, we have already done the full process through in our earlier videos. It's a very simple, straightforward process. You only select the period in which you want the auditor to be engaged. You select the start date and the end date of the engagement, which can be for a 12-month period or a 3-year period, depending on each and every client. Let's go and input our the number of our audit firm, and we determine for what area we want to. We in here the difference is we don't need to specify what areas. We specify taxpayer registration, and we click. So now you're authorizing your auditor to carry out further registration. Now your tax representative can complete all the remaining registration process. So as usual, the auditor would receive an alert and he can continue with the tax registration, and then he can send you the tax registration, the TRC, the TIN number and all the other information. Before I end the video, I wanted to give you a few tips on the Dhareeba registration. If you're using a Hukumi smart card reader, we have observed that the best web browser is Google Chrome, which supports the S-Connect, the device that connects your smart reader. Another query that we often get is the Dhareeba portal only used for income tax, or is there any other tax? There are two other areas. As we discussed in our earlier video, there is an excise tax which is for carbonated drinks, energy drinks, cigars, cigarettes, etc. Also, there is a withholding tax. Withholding tax, as you are all aware, is applicable on services. The tax rate is 5%. We hope this information was useful to all of you. If you have any further queries, please do not hesitate to email one of our team members. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day ahead.